lot of times I get asked the question, what are the most common problems I see when I start this process with a new client? Well, there's three. Lots of problems seem to come in threes, but to simplify them, information asymmetry. So think about it this way. There is a lot of information that is not shared amongst people. Frequently, it's the leadership team. Zach has one piece of information, Preston has another piece of information, Ryan has another piece of information. It's all there, we aren't sharing it, we aren't on the same page. Next, goal asymmetry. We each have, using that example, Zach, Ryan, and Preston all have our own goals, but are they goals that align together? Are they going to serve the organization overall? And then the third issue I see regularly is what I've heard termed a common information effect. In other words, most of our conversations are about things we already know, information we already have. And so helping a leadership team overcome those, have information symmetry, where it's shared, where we all do know. Goal symmetry, where our own individual goals are actually aligned in public in the view of the leadership team and company. And lastly, we get more curious to dispel that common information effect, so that we don't just talk about what we already know, we're actually exploring what we don't. Those three can be overcome in short order, but these are some that are almost more dangerous and certainly take more time. There's a lack of commitment to improve. I meet a leadership team and they're interested in status quo versus growing, and growing doesn't necessarily mean larger, it means healthier. We don't do the work. Client doesn't want to do the work. Teammates don't want to do the work. I can help move things along, but fundamentally, a client's got to be willing to do the work. And lastly, this is unfortunately common and certainly probably the most dangerous. There's just a lack of trust and transparency on the leadership team. And if the leadership team is unable to foster and exemplify that trust and transparency, it certainly is not going to be present throughout the rest of the organization. These are frustrating issues at the least, but unfortunately can be devastating at the worst.